Hi, this is Sarah with Faith Living. So this is a video called Community. So that kind of goes with ways, it goes with the first video of the three that I was talking about is ways God speaks to us. So ways God speaks to us. And then I felt like he was telling me about gratitude and community. So this one's about community. And there's not a whole lot to say here, but just that all over, I've just been hearing community, community, community in different ways. And there was no like specifics like in the last few days or anything like that. But I guess yesterday there was, again, on the same video, just as I mentioned in the gratitude one, the RB Odd Couple, she had mentioned things that you can do for free is just build community. And so, and that one definitely just throughout, I don't know, I feel like months now, people have been mentioning community. Even when I was pregnant with my 8th kid, like back in, so last summer. And then even my midwives were recommending community, because being in a very stressful situation, it'd be really good to have that, whether it's just meeting with a group of people, you know, a group of women or group of moms, or go to church or whatnot. I've also another midwife that I was working with on some other things. So a separate midwife than my the one that helped me deliver my babies. She had mentioned community too. That just the tough situation we're in, we really need some community, and that'd be great. And I know a lot of people here on YouTube are doing various community type things. So I just think that's another way God's talking to me, is just community. And I wanted to read these 2 verses at least before I continue, just kind of not saying too much here. I just feel like it's just good for anybody out there to just try to have community. And it is really hard to have community. Today's day and age, it is really hard. Just the way things are, even online can be good and bad. People look at people online and think, oh, they've got it all, but maybe they don't. And so people get envious, or people just, people put their best face forward. So I think of things like Facebook too. It's just such a different day and age. Like, I guess maybe I'm going to date myself here by saying, I feel like our generation kind of went through this part where we were kind of like experienced life without cell phones and internet and things like that. Although I guess it was right at the beginning, but then we've also experienced life with cell phones, with internet, with things like Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. So it's kind of like this interesting, like, what was life like here and what was life like here after it came out. And I feel like since I've seen both sides, it's like I can see the internet's great and there's a lot of things you can use, but then and be able to connect with people, but then so it can be used for good, but then it can be used for bad too. So it's kind of, I don't know. We all just need to understand that we aren't perfect people, and we all have our goods and bad days, and we should all just work together and love one another. That's what I want to say. So let's go to the 2 verses at least that I had written down here. Also, I was trying to upload some YouTube videos, and I had some difficulty, so I'm kind of like a little in a not so upbeat right now, because I had to download photos or videos before I could even do this video, because my phone has no space on it. So it was just a little difficult learning all these new things. So okay, so Hebrews, I gotta figure out where's Hebrews here. Okay, Hebrews. So Hebrews chapter 10, 24 verses 24 through 25. It says, and let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. So the day meaning like the day of Jesus's return, the second time. He already came the first time when he was here, and technically that's like what we consider like, 0, the year 0. It's kind of, that's when Jesus was born, something like that. And then he died about 33 AD. So it's like he came the first time, he lived on this earth, he died, resurrected, and he will come again, his second coming. So that's what they're talking about, the day, because it says that the day is actually capitalized here. So anyway, not to forsake the gathering of ourselves. So meaning like gathering of believers, gathering of people, fellowshipping together. And usually when I've heard it in the churches, they've always said it means like don't forsake the gathering of the church. Now the church doesn't necessarily mean, it means the group of people, the believers in Jesus Christ, okay? Not needing to gather in a building, a church building. That's a building. That's a place. Yes, you can have church there. You can have church in your house. You can have church down the street, on the corner, whatever, you can have church anywhere. In the woods. I don't know. Anyway, all to say is like, I don't really believe in, like we don't go to church right now. So it's a little separate from, I guess, I don't know, the topic of community, but trying to keep it minimal here is that we don't go to church, and that's kind of its own story. We have in the past, but I'm just saying that like you can have community in church, and that could mean, in here, the gathering of ourselves could be in a church building, or it could just be the church, the fellow believers, anywhere else in the world, anywhere, any place. Okay, so that's that one. So it's good to have community. And then Proverbs 27:17. Okay, Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. So, you think about iron sharpening iron, it's really, it's tough. It can, maybe there's sparks, it's a good way to say it. So it's like, when we come together as communities, we come together as believers, and one person might read something and have one understanding, and somebody might read something and kind of get another understanding, and we can both have, God showing us different things, and we might see things differently or not fully understand it, and we come together to have a discussion about it and to sharpen iron, to make us better, to make us stronger, to make it more sharp, more real, more useful, I guess. And so it's not necessarily a bad thing if we come together and we have some disagreements, and so we're kind of like sparks are flying, but like try to remain cool and like, work through it, talk about it, explain like, maybe why you see it one way or the other, and just, not immediately just say, well, you're stupid and you don't know what you're talking about, it's like work together to kind of see, okay, well, why do you see it this way? Why do I see it this way? Pray on it. Like pray together on it. Maybe go home and pray about it, on your own, and just ask God to show you, like, am I seeing this wrong, or are they seeing it wrong? Can you just like, open up my heart to see the truth of whatever it is, whatever the matter may be, whether I'm wrong or they're wrong, just, try to be a loving person, because sometimes the other person is wrong and sometimes you're wrong. You'll find out. And I just feel like that's, community is a good thing, and that's a way that we can kind of help each other be, better, sharper, and more understanding of things. But sometimes, this doesn't always mean that you have to be going to church or have to be taught by a pastor or anything like that, is because again, God can speak directly to you. God can teach your spirit. You can read the Bible for yourself and God shows you things. But community, I believe we really need that. And I think through the whole last 5 years, as you know what I'm talking about, is it has really shown that, when people are separated, it's really hard. It causes anxiety and fear, and like fear of the unknown. You're anxious. You don't know what's going to happen. And by being in community with other people, being together with other people, you can talk about things. You can work through the things. You can hold on to each other for support when maybe they're doing okay and you're not, you just need a hug. You need something, you need that connection with somebody. There's something about, people not being able to be near each other, especially being close. I read things where being close, you have a better connection and it makes you healthier. Anyway, so just keep that in mind, try to find community. We're trying to find our own community here. So, I just want to say, be with people in person, but, if you can't, here we are online. Let's just find like-minded believers online and try to connect and just hold each other accountable, but also love each other, just show love and just support and know that you are not alone. God is always there. He always knows what's going on no matter what you're doing. So just believe in him and keep praying for that community in person as well. So, but for now you can at least be community online. So anyway, hopefully this all made sense. Thank you for joining me here. And this is Sarah from Faith Living. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.